Hi, Anissa Coy here again with Firehouse Education and this week's video column. I hope you're having a fabulous day. I am, as you can see, enjoying the amazing weather here at the beach out in my front yard. So this week, this question came to me from actually a contractor in New Jersey. And it's a very lengthy email, but I want to read kind of the highlight to you, and I actually printed this up so I can read it to you because I want to be sure and get it right. Because the question that he has is excellent, excellent. So what he's talking about here, and this is John from New Jersey, was he went in and looked at a job, got it signed. An insurance adjuster had already been there, was kind of working on his estimate, and it wound up coming in at about $5,000 less than what John had worked up and given to them. And then of course there's the unforeseen things, and so when he got into this restoration job and realized that the foundation was severely affected, which I believe is concrete. Anyway, now the contractor realizes that it's actually going to be $10,000 more than he originally even thought, which was $5,000 less than the original adjuster's estimate thought. So now he's looking at $15,000 more than what the adjuster thought. So he called the adjuster, talked with him. He said, "Okay, submit my bid." But now here's John's question. Apparently the adjuster is issuing a $5,000 check to get things started to the homeowner. Okay, so here's John's question with that. This is just a drop in the bucket for the amount of damage that is to this home that I'm estimating to be somewhere around $48,000. Can I call the insurance company directly and ask for payment to be made directly to me after having the homeowner sign an authorization form? What is the best approach in asking for a higher initial payment? Okay, so that's an excellent question. A couple things here. First off, let's talk about the initial payment. It is not exactly common practice to get an initial draw, if you will, or a payment on a job that's not what's considered to be pretty significant. For instance, and again, I'm going to speak to you from my experience, but I've gotten several draws off of jobs that have been anywhere from usually upwards of $100,000 and up. The largest job that I ever did was $280-some thousand, and I got $100,000 draws on it, a third, and a third throughout the progress of the job. So to get a draw on a job, absolutely you could. Some adjusters on that size, I'm kind of surprised they even handed them $5,000 to get started, because some adjusters will be like, "No, you get this done, I'll pay you money." Or they'll issue a check minus depreciation. So where this adjuster is coming up with this $5,000, I have no idea. That's kind of an odd number, I think, for the size of this. So here's what I would do. The best approach is I'd have a conversation with the adjuster and just say, "Hey, can you release a pre-depreciation check?" Okay? Because I'm sure there's depreciation figured in on this loss. So let's say your bill's $48,000, and with depreciation factored out, let's say it's going to wind up being $25,000 in a check issued without the depreciation included. I would ask for that check to be issued. Okay? Absolutely. Nicely, not like, "Oh, I'm broke and I need this money to do the job," because obviously that's not going to go over very well. But just talk with them, and they're going to understand, especially the way things are today in business, that getting a down payment of some kind, if you were building a house for somebody or remodeling a house, would happen. So why should it be any different when you're doing restoration work? Okay, so just approach it from that kind of standpoint. If he's going to issue a check, absolutely be asking for a check to be issued in your name. Now, chances of you getting it just in your name, I'm going to tell you right now, is going to be pretty slim. Okay, they don't do that a lot anymore unless you're on a preferred program. However, get a work payment authorization form signed by your homeowner that you send to him before you make this phone call. Fax it in, get it in his hand, then call him and ask for that check that's less depreciation. Then ask, can it be issued with your name on the check along with the insured? That's what's going to get your name on that check, okay? I've never had them have a problem with that. If I ask for my name to be on a check, it's on the check. Actually, mostly they come in my name, but I have a lot of long-term adjusters that I've been working with for a very long time, so it's no big deal for me to just ask for my name to be on it. But definitely get that work payment authorization form in his hand. If you don't have something, you can go back and look in the Ask Anissa columns. I've talked about that before in the paperwork. We do have that on our website as well. But you got to have, it's not just a work authorization, it's a payment authorization form, okay, like a contract. So very important. Get that signed, get it into your adjuster. Ask that adjuster and let him know that, you know, you're just asking for partial payment and at the completion of the job. And once your homeowner is very satisfied, then you'll ask for final payment. And make sure that your homeowner is aware that you're doing this and where you're at with this so that they feel included in the money loop. Not like you just kind of went behind their back and talked to the adjuster and won all the money in your name. That's when people start getting kind of like, oh my gosh, what's going on? That might seem a little weird to them. And you don't want them to have any kind of feelings of mistrust go on there, okay? So did I answer that? Absolutely. Okay, so call your adjuster. First off, get that payment work authorization contract signed by your homeowner. Fax that to your adjuster. Then call your adjuster and talk to them about getting your name on any checks issued. And then, thirdly, I want you to ask for the check minus depreciation for the total job, not just $5,000, and see where that goes. If you have some trouble with that, again, you know my email, Anise@firehouseeducation.com, or comment below the video, and I'll see if I can maybe help you some more with that. So I want to thank you so much, John from New Jersey, for sending in the question. I really appreciate it. Gives me great things to talk about on the video to you all. I want to thank you again for spending time with me. One of your most valuable assets, and you know how much I appreciate it when you spend it with me. So be sure you are subscribed to the YouTube channel. If you're not, heading up over there in the corner, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any more goodies. Be sure and follow my blog at firehouseeducation.com. Send me an email, comment questions below. I want to know what you'd like me to do on next week's video column. And be sure and go to R&R Mag Online, if I didn't already say that in this video, and subscribe to the e-newsletter. Remember, be one of them cool kids. Until then, I think I'm going to head out, spend the rest of my afternoon at the beach. You have an awesome day, and I will see you on the next video.